Have you ever been so destitute that you felt that there was no way out and that you just wanted to end it all? There she stood, a bottle of pills in her hand, and just thinking that there's nothing left to live for. Now, this wasn't the first time that she'd attempted it. In fact, she'd tried this 2 years earlier, all because someone had said to her some stinging words that ripped her heart apart. You see, she loved to sing. Singing was her life. It was her everything. And she just went blind and her voice disappeared. So here she was again. Bottle of pills in her hand and no reason to live. Have you ever been in that situation? Because I know that I was that woman. Yep, I felt that I'd reached a point that I was extremely depressed. There was a dark cloud hanging over my head and things around me just were not panning out, as it were. I'd lost my voice. We just had a bereavement in the family. And it was just a dark hole that I felt that I was in. That was quite a long while ago. And I'm really, really glad that although those stinging words that she spoke to me, I almost allowed them to make me take my life. That amongst other things. Now, I know that it's not just words, although words can really harm. Maybe we're in a financial bind, in debt. Maybe we've had a breakup in a relationship. Or maybe life just doesn't seem to matter at all. And we probably feel that the world would be better off without us. Sad thing is that we couldn't be furthest from the truth. I mean, at that time, I thought I didn't have anything to live for. I really did. And I was singing up. My career was soaring so high. I was traveling all around the world. I was working with some amazing people. But I just hit a bit of a brick wall. All right. And I was in an organization that made things even more, compounded the problem. And, you know, being in that kind of situation I was in, for me to have done such a thing as try to take my life, that was, oh no, that was so taboo. But sadly, there are a lot of people that have tried it or are thinking of trying it. Now, not to say that this feeling ever goes away, because sometimes you have got to fight for your life, literally, only because sometimes you're in a place where the pain is just so intense that you just feel that it needs to be relieved. And that really is not the way to relieve the pain, because, you know, I spoke in one of my, or asked a question on my Facebook page about being brokenhearted. And there will be a point in life where we are going to be brokenhearted. And I think at that time, my heart was broken. I couldn't sing. My voice was gone. And life took a turning point. So how was I able to pull it around and really turn a bad situation or bad feeling into something positive? Now, one of the first things that I did was I sought out counselling. Now, initially, I was sent to this place called Hagar, and it was on Seven Sisters Road. And it was a place where lots of alcoholics and people on drugs used to go. And I thought, how the hell did I end up in this place? Because I wasn't an alcoholic and I wasn't on drugs. However, I think they had a counselling service, and that's where I was. And I mean, I'm not downplaying anyone that is in that situation as well, because these are damning situations to be in. But, I thought, how did I sink so low to end up trying to harm myself and to end up in a place like this? But there was an amazing woman there. And she really helped me to put things into perspective. She helped me to see. She says, what, the people paying the rent of your mind? No. Don't allow people to infiltrate your thoughts. Now, when that woman told me that I wasn't cutting it, on hindsight, when I look back, she wasn't cutting it either. She wasn't doing fantastically, but she really transferred how she was feeling about herself onto me. And sadly, I took the bait and I nearly, I sat in the corner over there in the dark, crying, and thought, no, I can't deal with this anymore. So I sought out counselling, or I was encouraged to go to counselling, because that was when I ended up in the hospital and I had to stay overnight. First time I had to stay in hospital ever, bar having my children. Right? So they helped me, put me in touch with these people, and she was an awesome counsellor that set me on the right path. Don't allow people to own the rent of your mind. Your mind is your mind, and don't allow people to infiltrate your mind. Also, it takes time to heal. Now, like I said, sometimes those feelings never go away. But over time, you think, oh my goodness, if I have done that to myself, now I wouldn't even be seeing my beautiful grandchildren. I want to see my children grow. It was craziness. And no, I wasn't just thinking of myself. In fact, I wasn't thinking of anything. All that I wanted to go away was the pain. The pain was all that wanted to go away. So I had no thoughts in my mind at all regarding, taking my life. I didn't even think twice about it. Now, it didn't take no convincing. No one had to convince me that that's what I wanted to do. And we all have different reasons as to why we want to do things. And there weren't even any voices in my head. I'm telling you, I just was numb. So another thing is to know that you are loved. Like I said, I would never have known my family, my beautiful grandchildren, my beautiful future. My goodness, the things that I'm doing now, I would have missed out on so much by taking my life and being cold dead in the ground. So know that you are loved and that people care about you as well. Words can harm you. They really can. And a word said at the wrong time can really bring you down. But like I said, don't allow other people's insecurities to become yours. All right? So words can harm, but turn them around in something positive. All right? And think, does this really apply to me? Do these words really apply to me? And if so, how can I make these things make me a better person? I found my passion. And my passion is to encourage and motivate people. And you know this through the videos and everything that I do, that it's all about encouraging, upbuilding. And, there are some people in life, they'll go to work and the only people that they get to deal with are their work colleagues. So could you imagine if you had really horrible work colleagues and those are the only people that you're coming into contact with every day? Harsh. It's harsh. So another thing is find a network or find people of like minds that you can gel with, even if it's just one person that you can speak to, one friend, someone that you can share your feelings with, because that also helps too. So as she sat there with that bottle of pills in her hand, she done the worst thing she could ever do. Thankfully, she never succeeded. And she's here to live to tell the tale and say that there is another side, bar taking suicide. There is another side that if you just give it a little bit of time, that you can survive it. And the pain will ease and time will heal. All right, so find people that are like-minded. Find counselling. IAPT, your IAPT team is a local team of really great counsellors that can help, okay? And turn words around. If you hear negative words, they don't always apply to you, all right? So we can survive this. There is just no point in even contemplating that. And financial advisors, anything, if you break up, hey, there's, as they say, plenty more fish in the sea. We all go through rough times, but they have to pass. All right? So you're loved and worth so much. So suicide is not the way. It really isn't. And think right ahead, if I had accomplished it back then, you know, no one would know who NatashaJohn-Baptiste is. And no one would even if they still didn't know, I know that I'm making my mark and wanting to reach out to people and motivate, encourage, and enable ourselves to transform. And like I say always, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Take care.